There's something almost magical about the quiet hours of the morning, that sacred space before the world fully awakens. At 5 a.m., when the sky still holds on to the last traces of night and the air feels untouched, you can feel life whispering to you, inviting you to rise, to begin, to choose yourself before anything else demands your attention. That is the secret power of a 5 a.m. mindset. It's not just about waking up early, it's about waking up to your potential. When you rise at 5 a.m., you rise above the noise. You give yourself a gift that so many overlook, the gift of time, clarity, and focus. In those first few hours, the mind is free from distraction, from comparison, from the world's expectations. It's the hour when your thoughts are pure, your energy is new, and your intentions are unshakable. You get to decide what kind of day you will create before the day decides it for you. Most people underestimate what those early moments can do. They think success happens in the spotlight, but in truth, it's born in silence. It's crafted in the stillness of early mornings, when no one is watching and no one is applauding. The 5 a.m. mindset is a declaration. This or I will not wait for the world to set my pace, I will set it myself. It's an act of rebellion against comfort and complacency, a choice to lead your life instead of letting it lead you. When you start your day early, you step into the rhythm of mastery. You learn to control your emotions before they control you, to set your focus before the distractions arrive, and to align your mind before chaos can creep in. It's not just discipline, it's alignment with your highest self. It's where self-respect is built brick by brick. Each morning you show up for yourself. At 5 a.m., you see the difference between I wish and I will. You stop waiting for motivation and start relying on momentum. You understand that while others are sleeping, you are building something powerful within you: resilience, consistency, and quiet confidence. That's the real secret of a 5 a.m. mindset. It transforms you from someone who reacts to life into someone who designs it. In that silence, your dreams feel closer. You start to realize that greatness isn't found in doing more. It's found in doing what matters with intention. Maybe you spend that time journaling, meditating, moving your body, reading something that feeds your soul, or simply sitting in gratitude. Whatever it is, those moments shape your identity more than anything else you'll do all day. The world rewards those who are awake to its possibilities, not those who sleep through them. Every sunrise becomes a symbol of new beginnings, a daily reminder that you have another chance to evolve. You begin to notice that waking up early is less about the hour on the clock and more about the commitment to your own growth. The 5 a.m. mindset also teaches humility. It shows you that progress is not loud, it's patient. It's found in the whispers of effort, repeated every single morning. And it builds a quiet kind of power within you, the kind that doesn't need validation because it already knows its worth. Some mornings, you won't want to rise. You'll want to stay wrapped in comfort, and your mind will whisper excuses. But that's when your 5 a.m. mindset speaks the loudest. It reminds you that your purpose is stronger than your comfort, that your dreams deserve your discipline. It teaches you that every time you choose growth over ease, you honor your future self. When you live with a 5 a.m. mindset, you start to see time differently. You stop chasing hours and begin creating meaning. You stop wishing for balance and begin crafting it. The morning becomes your foundation, a place to center yourself before facing the world's demands. It's where you become mentally invincible, emotionally grounded, and spiritually awake. The truth is, the 5 a.m. mindset isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about reclaiming your life from the rush, the noise, and the distractions. It's about saying, before I give my energy to the world, I'll first give it to myself. Because when you fill your own cup first, you pour into the world with purpose, not pressure. There will come a moment when you look back and realize that those quiet mornings changed everything. That they built habits, clarity, and inner strength that no one could take away. You'll see that while everyone else was hitting snooze, you were waking up to your greatness. That's the secret power of a 5 a.m. mindset. It doesn't just change your mornings, it transforms your entire life. It's not about what time you wake up, it's about who you become when you do. The beauty of the 5 a.m. mindset is that it goes beyond the simple act of waking up early. It's a complete reprogramming of your soul. It's an awakening of something deeper, something ancient within you that remembers who you truly are before the world told you to rush, compare, and compete. When you rise before the world, you meet yourself in your purest form. There is no noise, no pressure, no judgment. Just you, your breath, and the whisper of possibility. It's in those early moments that you begin to sense how much of life we miss by sleeping through it. The stillness carries a wisdom that daytime rarely offers. You can almost hear your purpose breathing, waiting for you to pay attention. The 5 a.m. hour is sacred because it's when the mind is most open and the heart most receptive. It's when creativity flows effortlessly because the world hasn't yet demanded your energy. That's when you can plan your day with precision, set your goals with clarity, and align your spirit with intention. Those who practice the 5 a.m. mindset understand that success isn't a coincidence. It's a pattern built by consistency. It's not the grand gestures but the small, invisible choices you make each morning that create extraordinary results. Every day that you rise early, you're training your mind to obey your purpose rather than your comfort. You're sending a message to the universe. I am ready. Ready to grow, ready to evolve, ready to become the version of myself I was always meant to be. People often ask, why 5 a.m.? It's because that hour holds an energy that cannot be replicated later in the day. It's the transition between darkness and light, between stillness and motion. It represents rebirth. Every sunrise is nature's reminder that you too can start again, that no matter how heavy yesterday was, today is a blank canvas, waiting for you to paint something meaningful. When you choose to wake up early, you're not just gaining hours, you're gaining control. You're reclaiming your time from the chaos that waits for you. Instead of rushing into your day, you begin it with awareness. You breathe, you move, you reflect. You set your intention not out of urgency, but out of peace. And because of that, your actions carry a different energy throughout the day, a calm confidence that others can feel but can't quite explain. The 5 a.m. mindset also strengthens your emotional intelligence. When you start your day grounded, you respond instead of react. You handle challenges with patience, not panic. You learn that you can create calm within chaos simply by mastering your own mornings. Your relationships improve because you show up more present. Your work improves because you lead with clarity instead of stress. You start realizing that the power you were searching for was never out there. It was always within you, waiting for space to breathe. There's also something deeply spiritual about those early hours. When you sit in silence at 5 a.m., you begin to hear the voice of your intuition. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It reminds you of what truly matters. It tells you when to let go, when to persist, and when to rest. It's the time when inspiration feels divine, when your thoughts connect effortlessly to your purpose. That's why so many of the world's most successful people, creators, thinkers, leaders, have sworn by the power of early mornings. They understand that those quiet moments hold the blueprint for greatness. But the 5 a.m. mindset is not just about being productive, it's about being intentional. You could wake up early and still waste your time scrolling, worrying, or comparing. That's not the mindset. The mindset is about using those hours to align with your higher self. It's about doing what nurtures you, reading something inspiring, meditating, journaling, exercising, or simply watching the sunrise with gratitude. It's about designing your day consciously, not letting it happen by default. Over time, something remarkable happens. You begin to fall in love with the process. You start craving that stillness, that moment of connection with yourself before the world wakes up. You start realizing that discipline is not punishment, it's freedom. You no longer wake up because you have to. You wake up because you get to. Because those hours belong to you, and they shape who you become. The 5 a.m. mindset also changes your relationship with failure. When you commit to showing up every morning, you understand that progress isn't linear. Some days, you'll feel unstoppable. Other days, you'll struggle just to get out of bed. But that's where the magic lies, in showing up anyway. Each time you do, you reinforce the belief that your dreams are worth the discomfort. You build resilience that no external challenge can shake. You stop fearing failure because you know consistency always wins over perfection. When you start living this way, your energy changes. You become magnetic. People start wondering what's different about you, why you're calmer, more focused, more inspired. But they don't see the hours you spend in silence, the moments of reflection before dawn, the rituals that shape your mindset. They see the results, but not the roots. And that's okay, because you'll know that everything visible in your life is built on the invisible foundation of your mornings. Imagine starting every day with a sense of purpose. Imagine having the time to feed your body, mind, and spirit before the world demands anything from you. Imagine walking through life not rushed, but intentional. That's what the 5 a.m. mindset gives you. It's not about adding more to your plate. It's about nourishing what matters most. You'll begin to realize that the people who seem to have it all together aren't lucky. They're deliberate. They've built habits that serve their vision. They've learned to prioritize growth over comfort. They've stopped waiting for motivation and instead created momentum through consistency. The 5 a.m. mindset teaches you that the key to transformation isn't intensity, it's consistency over time. Each morning becomes a training ground for your soul. When you conquer that first battle, rising when you said you would, you send a powerful signal to your subconscious. As I keep my promises to myself, that's where true confidence comes from, not from external achievements, but from internal integrity. Every early morning becomes proof that you are in control of your own destiny. It's not about the clock, though. Some people may not rise exactly at 5 a.m., and that's okay. The mindset isn't about numbers, it's about intention. It's about creating space for yourself before the noise of the world invades your mind. It's about owning your mornings instead of letting them own you. What matters is the principle: to wake up to your life before the rest of the world wakes up to theirs. There's also a deep sense of peace that comes with knowing you are living deliberately. When you rise early, you move through the day with clarity. You don't chase, you attract. You don't react, you respond. You start feeling guided instead of lost. And the best part, that peace begins to ripple outward. Your calm becomes contagious. Your discipline inspires others. Without even realizing it, you become a living example of what alignment looks like. Over weeks and months, this practice reshapes you. You start letting go of things that drain you. You start protecting your energy more fiercely. You no longer chase validation because your mornings have already filled you with purpose. You don't need approval. You have alignment. And that shift, that internal grounding, is what separates those who live by default from those who live by design. The 5 a.m. mindset doesn't promise instant success, it promises transformation. And transformation is slower, deeper, more meaningful. It doesn't happen in a day. It happens because of what you do every day. Those early hours slowly sculpt your character, your discipline, and your destiny. You begin to feel more in control, more alive, more are you. And then one day it hits you. You're no longer forcing it. You no longer need an alarm. Your body naturally wakes up because your soul is eager to start. You realize that you've become the kind of person who doesn't wait for opportunity. You create it. You've built momentum so strong that it carries you through challenges with grace. You'll look back at the person who once said, "I'm not a morning person," and smile, because you'll know it was never about mornings. It was about mindset. You'll know that the discipline you built didn't just change your routine, it rewired your identity. You became someone who chooses growth, peace, and purpose every single day. The 5 a.m. mindset is not about escaping the world. It's about preparing to meet it at your highest frequency. It's where faith meets focus, where dreams meet discipline, and where potential becomes power. It's where you remember that you are the architect of your own life, and every sunrise is an invitation to build again. So, when the alarm goes off tomorrow and your bed feels too warm, remember this: your dreams are waiting in the silence. The person you want to become is on the other side of that choice. Rise, breathe, begin again. The world may still be asleep, but your destiny is wide awake. In the end, the secret power of a 5 a.m. mindset is not really about the hour. It's about awakening the part of you that refuses to settle for mediocrity. It's about proving to yourself, day after day, that you are in control of your mind, your emotions, and your future. Those quiet hours before dawn become a sacred space where transformation begins, where clarity replaces confusion, and where purpose replaces procrastination. When you rise early, you rise differently. You no longer chase the world, you create your own rhythm. You stop waiting for the right time, because you realize the right time is the moment you decide to begin. The 5 a.m. mindset teaches you that success doesn't come from luck, it comes from discipline, devotion, and a daily decision to show up even when you don't feel like it. Every morning you wake with intention. You build inner strength that no one can take away. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you honor your potential. And as days turn into months, and months into years, you become living proof that greatness is not born in noise, it's born in silence, consistency, and faith. So let every sunrise remind you you are capable of more. You are powerful beyond measure. You are the designer of your destiny. When you embrace the 5 a.m. mindset, you don't just wake up. You rise into the person you were always meant to become.